Say, here's something I can read. Pretty well, anyway. It's in Latin. Forever glory, the and power, the and kingdom, the is, thou, thine. The is thine, kingdom, the is thine.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't read anymore. I know what that is. That's the Lord's Prayer backwards. That's the Lord's Prayer backwards. That's the Lord's Prayer backwards.
Hello, and welcome to Bronze Age Monsters, the show where we wade into the weirdest and wildest waters of the comic books of the 1970s. This season on BAM, we're talking about Damon Hellstrom, aka the firstborn of the House of Hell, aka the Exorcist Supreme, aka wielder of the Soulfire, aka Satan's son, aka the scion of the Netherworld, aka Sherlock Satanwhelp, aka the son of Satan.
Nicely done.
Thank you, Athena.
Thank you. Star turn.
Thanks, sweetie. Hi, everybody. I am your host, Matt.
I'm your other host, Jacob.
Thanks for joining us this week, listeners, for our big finale. Obviously, we're here together in person, and we've had some tech issues so far, so we're just sharing one microphone. Please let us know through chats or whatever if that's a problem. Otherwise, I'm excited to talk about this season. I've had a blast going through the whole shebang, the whole kit and caboodle, and talking about everything.
Oh, yeah, me too. No, this season has met every expectation I had. Son of Satan has been great, going through all of the devil movies with you, our listeners, our Discord friends. It's been a dream come true.
Yeah. Definitely. We do have a little bit of unfinished business that we need to take care of right out of the gate. We had a drink contest that kind of fell apart because people were asking for some crazy stuff in their ingredients. And we decided to just do it all, taste them all at the end, the ones that qualified. And so we're doing that real quick here, choosing a winner, naming the official season 4 drink at the finale.
That's right.
And that's how it's going to go. So let's talk about the ones that we've already tasted before. So we had 2 submissions from Ben M. He's a friend of mine, and he's a great mixologist. And so we've already tasted 2 of these, but we're going to retaste them just to kind of refresh our memory. It's been months. And then we're going to try the one that was outstanding. 2 of the ones were from Jamie from Marvel by the Month, and they both had incredibly complex ingredients in them. There is a website that the Oregon Liquor Control Commission does where all the liquor stores have their inventory on a database online that's live. And I searched for some of those ingredients, and they weren't in there anywhere in the state of Oregon. So, Jamie, I'm sorry you couldn't be in the contest, but you chose some pretty pretentious drinks.
Too fancy, Jamie.
Yeah. So the first one from Ben was Satan's Fingers, which is a reference to the band The Mountain Goats, which I absolutely love.
Me too.
It's a London dry gin, sweet vermouth, and chinar. So that's going to be this one here.
Okay.
So we are probably not going to drink the whole thing because they're whatever, but this is Satan's Fingers again.
Satan's Fingers.
Retasting for the palate. Okay. So it's got
damn, that's good.
Gin, which is one of my favorite flavors. And chinar, which is a new thing that Ben introduced us to through the Romita alteration, which I think is based on spices, herbs, and artichoke hearts.
Artichoke hearts, yes. Yeah, it does not make any sense that it's so good, but it is now one of my favorite aperitifs.
So he kind of has us hardwired there. He knows the palates we like, right?
He knows the palate. He knows that we're obsessed with the Mountain Goats, and we especially love the best ever death metal band out of Denton, and which the name comes from. So yes. Ben is kind of rigging the game a little bit.
Yes, he is. And then from the Deadly Podcast of Kung Fu, we got a drink, the Kentucky Devil, and this one has some watermelon juice in it. So I got a blender out, a pureed watermelon. It has wild turkey, Grand Marnier, lemon juice, and some watermelon juice. And let's give it a try. Not something I normally would have picked out of a book. That's interesting.
That is really interesting.
The lemon juice and the watermelon juice fight in my mouth, but it's a sexy fight.
It is definitely a sexy fight. It's some kind of oil wrestling.
Okay. That is I will say that's unique.
But we were saying interesting and unique, and that's normally what you say when you don't like a drink. But
Yeah.
I like it, and it is very interesting and unique at the same time.
It's it's a really nice summer drink because, like I was saying,
Oh God, yeah, that would be great.
normally I would think that the Grand Marnier and the watermelon juice would be too sweet and cloying. It did call for simple syrup, which I was like, fuck that. I'm not putting simple syrup in something with watermelon juice and Grand Marnier. So I'm glad I skipped that because it really let the lemon come in and give this sour like jazz note on top of the nice sweetness, which I would normally find cloying.
Yes.
So it made it interesting to me. Okay, this is Ben's other entry, which was called The Devil's Word. This is London Dry Gin, lime juice, maraschino liqueur. He chose Luxardo. I think that's what I got also. And elderflower liqueur, which I love.
Saint Germain.
Okay.
Oof.
Do you have the information needed to make... What do I have to do to put you in a winner today?
Yeah. For me?
Yep.
I
know in my heart what the winner is, so I just want to... No, I mean, like, if we're voting,
If we're voting...
Obviously, we're an even number pair, so
yes,
it's going to be kind of a...
That is going to be kind of
awkward.
hard. But I think that I'm going to have to go... It's just my palate. I actually think all three of these are really, really great. I'm going to go Satan's Fingers.
Okay. I'm going with The Devil's Word.
Oh, all right.
So I don't know what we do here. We have a tie, but they're both Ben's.
Yeah.
So there is no official... It's like consuls in Rome. Weren't there two people that were co-consul in Rome for a term?
But not unlike Damon Hellstrom, who has two consuls within him, this actually works out really well. So Ben is kind of he's our son of Satan drink master.
Yes, he is.
Conflicted, yet very satisfying.
Yep. Okay, so The Devil's Word and Satan's Fingers are the co-winners, the Dark Soul and the Light. And so Ben, you won something from the Threadless shop. Tell me what you want, and I'll send it to you. All right, so I'm glad we got that settled.
Yes.
Okay, so we also told our friends, the Star Gods, if anyone wanted to hop in or anything and just say, hey, they're welcome to. And I see we have someone in the waiting room, so I'm going to let that person in.
Sounds good.
If I can figure out how to do it. It's been a day. MJ,
hey.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm hoping my mic works because I haven't used this headset in about 4 years.
You sound brilliant.
Yes.
I don't have a cocktail, but I do have some Yamazaki. So
There you
Oh,
go.
nice. Yeah, that's
Goddamn.
perfect.
Yeah.
So you're in Bristol, I believe?
Brighton.
Brighton. So what time is it there?
It is about 2:15 in the morning, roughly.
Thank you so much for making the effort
Wow.
to
Right.
hop on and say hi.
Yeah, I've got work at 7, so I'm not sure how good
dear.
an idea this is.
Well, that's why I wanted to pull you in. I saw it was you, and I knew that you were in the UK, so I wanted to give you a chance to come on and say hi and probably go to bed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
I'll stay up for at least
if
half.
you happen to be one of the lucky people who wins a prize, I was hemming and hawing about sending things overseas this time, but that was last season. It was posters, and that cost a lot. I've sent some stuff to the UK, a T-shirt from a Threadless shop, and it's not expensive, so I'm not bulking anymore. I don't give a shit. So I'll send anything anywhere. So if you win,
Lovely.
you are a true winner.
Perfect.
So I don't want you to spoil any of your answers that in case you do get your ballot pulled here for one of the categories. But can you just give me your general thoughts on the Son of Satan run this season?
Yeah. Well, do you mean the comic or do you mean the podcast?
I suppose I was asking about the comic, but if you want to compliment me or anybody else, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought your guest co-hosts, the significant others, were fantastic.
Oh,
You
good.
too.
Oh,
You two,
glad.
you're all right.
Yeah, we're fine.
You know.
No, they were impressive. I thought so as well. I'm glad you liked it.
No, I've enjoyed all the episodes. I mean, I wouldn't still be listening or a Patreon supporter if I wasn't enjoying.
Well, we can't thank you enough for that.
That's all right. Yeah, in terms of the comic, I think it. So I should point out, I've got the that version
Mm-hmm.
omnibus.
Yep.
But when you announced this season, I bought that about a month before you started doing Son of Satan. So I read the whole thing in one go,
Oh,
and then haven't revisited it. So it's just I've been deliberately just relying on what's in my head and your episodes. So
Nice.
So the best I can, my own opinion of Son of Satan, I suppose, is it's almost more interesting for what it isn't, which is it's got unrealized potential.
Absolutely.
It's like when you see a B movie which has a great concept and it never quite sticks the landing.
Yeah.
And part of that is because it's, I mean, obviously it's changing writing staff a bit, but it's that no one can decide, is it a guy with split personality? Is it a guy with warring, one soul, but he's warring within himself between right and wrong? Is he an occult professor who's an academic? Is he a superhero? Physically going to hell? You know, it just keeps zip-zapping all over the place. But within that, you get that nice, like I say, unrealized potential of, oh, it didn't quite go this way, but I was enjoying it. Now it's gone that way, and I'm not sure about this, but that's okay, because in 3 issues' time, it's going to go another direction.
Yep.
Right.
So that's kind of my overall view. I think in a way, Damon is the least interesting character in some respects. He's just a rude oaf for quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
But then, as I'm saying, there's times where he's fascinating because he is sometimes a cruel, cold academic, which you don't normally get in a 70s superhero comic.
That's true.
Exactly. I think that's what drew me to him, especially this is my second read through in like probably 15 years. I didn't really remember much about it the first time through, but talking about it with Jacob and kind of looking at it more kind of academically and critically, I was just taken more by just the fact that they took this chance with these guys. And again, this is what we love so much about the 70s, is that they just, sometimes they didn't know what they were doing and they were making it up as they were going along. So like you were saying, he was kind of schizophrenic because depending on who was writing him or whatever, or what editorial wanted to do, the book had a completely different bent, tone, approach. And it is frustrating at times, but I mean, I felt like this in the same way that, you know, Jack Russell, I love Jack Russell and I love Werewolf by Night, but reading those again for the umpteenth time is like, he's really a cipher. Like he has no personality.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know why I love Jack Russell. He's nothing. He's a haircut. But I still love him.
Well, I mean, Moon Knight's one of my favorite characters, but it's this, there's very few writers who do a good job with him. It's that idea that there's been so many different creative teams over the years who keep trying to change him that you end up with something that's greater than the sum of its parts.
So I just realized people are commenting in the chat and I haven't addressed any of those. I will get to those. I'm so sorry. So Moon Knight's one of your favorite characters. I wanted to ask you, we've never had an opportunity to talk before. I don't think.
No, I don't believe so.
So what else tickles your fancy as a character?
My brain's jumping to what tattoos have I got, because I've got a lot of comic tattoos. In sort of the superhero world, Doctor Doom is my absolute favorite. Probably again, he's that idea of he's a bit of everything. He's can be a sorcerer, can be a scientist, can be a dictator, can be a good guy, can be a bad guy. You've just got lots of storyline potential with Doctor Doom. I don't know. Favorites. I mean, I like lots of sort of. They're not really like. They're not comic characters to discuss, but people like Too Much Coffee Man.
Oh yeah!
Wow!
I like or the Tick, like sort of 90s indie comics. I tend to have a big place in my heart for, partly for nostalgia, but partly a lot of them hold up well. I think for any sort of fringe art, the stuff that's on the indies, it's still going to be dated and there's still going to be problems with it, but there's lots of timeless qualities because it's reflecting a culture of that moment from the outskirts. And I think it's true punk or film or all kinds of stuff. I'm
still kind of reeling at the Too Much Coffee Man reference. That's I mean, you don't hear that too much anymore.
No, that's
like milk and cheese.
It is. Too Much Coffee Man also in our hometown. So yeah.
What else can I name drop now? Scud, the disposable assassin. Or,
there you go. Wow.
Office poison.
So I'd like to know just the top 3 comic tattoos you have, because I'm assuming you have more than 3.
I've probably got 7 of them.
It's amazing.
Thank you. I've got a Sandman tattoo,
excellent,
which is really basic. It's only like a couple of black lines, but it's a copy of one Neil Gaiman sketched in a book for me.
Oh, that Sam.
Damn.
So I like
Okay.
that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Should have made that
I'm
bit
kidding.
clearer.
I assumed it was the
Yeah.
Vertigo.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that because, like I say, he sketched it in a book and I just had it transferred onto my arm. So
Amazing.
I've got a Two-Face one, which is the two sides of the coin flattened out next to each other.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
In fact, he's one of my favorite characters. I like Batman villains, and Two-Face is probably my favorite Batman villain. So that, and probably my Doctor Doom, which takes up my entire left inner arm. But
Oh, wow.
it's great, but it hurt like an absolute bastard. So,
Yeah.
I can imagine. Do you have that? What line of work are you in?
I'm in software. I'm in
Okay,
QA,
so nobody
QA.
cares.
So, yeah, no one's going to be offended by your many tattoos.
Yeah.
No, it's weird as well because Brighton in England, I guess, is kind of like the closest equivalent is probably San Francisco or Vancouver. So it's kind of it's very left wing, tattoos and coffee shops and independent record shops and all that kind of stuff is everywhere here. So it's absolutely normal that I'm covered in tattoos and walking in comic book t-shirts. And then occasionally I'll visit old worldy England. There's places called Rye or just York, places like that.
Yeah.
It's a bit more traditional. Walk in a tea shop and then I won't get served because I look like I've escaped from a prison in their minds.
Is that true?
Yeah, I've had that. I couldn't get served in a shop because I was not
So
fitting the decor.
So stodgy. Wow, I had no
Yeah.
idea.
It's very rare, I will say that. It's not the sort of thing that really happens here, but it's just
Yeah.
if Tim Tucker's on here, he'll know what I mean. There's just certain English villages you go to, and it's we don't want your sort here.
Well, now I really want to go to Brighton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim said he could not join us tonight. He'd be watching after the fact, but yeah.
Well, he's had a name check. What more does he want?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
he got a name
Yeah,
check,
he'll
so.
be happy with that.
And I see Jason. No, Athena is 16, so she cannot break any of these ties for us. Also, because that wild turkey, I didn't specify when I went to the liquor store, and they gave me 101.
Oh,
So it's very strong wild turkey. So yeah,
Jesus!
she's not ready for that.
No thanks.
So,
sorry to harp on with the cultural differences, but if she was 16 in England, not only would she have been drinking whiskey for many years, she'd have been doing it behind your back up to about 14. Now
Well,
you're doing it in front of
And
you.
then in front of you, and everyone's just cool with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know, us Americans, we're we're
Hey,
behind.
my
the
fiance's
times.
American, I understand.
whereabouts from?
Buffalo.
Okay.
All right.
She's a Buffalo gal.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a song about that.
Is that what they call themselves? Oh.
So okay, cool. So how did you find our show, by the way? I'm always curious how people found us.
Okay, I will keep this really short, but one of my favorite comics, even though I'm forgetting the number now because I've been drinking whiskey, it's Werewolf by Night, where Krog the demon appears. Something
Oh,
like
yeah,
number 8.
7 or 8.
7 or 8, yeah.
And I've got that as a childhood memory away with my grandparents in Liverpool. We're just walking along. I find this comic in a secondhand market stall. Buy it. Great memory. And about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years back, I was just going, getting middle-aged, sort of looking it up on eBay, like, I'm going to buy another copy of that because I know what happened to the original. And then I thought, I wonder if anyone's done a podcast on Werewolf by Night. And so I just Googled it, and you guys
Here we
came
are.
up. And so I went straight to that episode. And I thought, this is fantastic. I had such a good time listening to it, particularly when he throws like a roasted bit of chicken or wild bird at some rednecks.
Mhm. Yep. One of
It
our
just
favorite moments as well.
Yeah, like when I'm reading the comic, you're kind of aware of it, but you don't think too much of it. It's just a little scene. But then hearing you guys break it down it just made me laugh so much that I started then listening to all your episodes, and then that's led to me becoming a patron and all that kind of stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. I love that magic, that strangeness that happens that where you do read something like that issue, and you read it and you put it down and go, that was okay, that was all right. And then when you sit down and talk it's just much like dreams, where
Mhm.
when you explain a dream to someone, the absurdities just start poking out, and you realize this is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever read. Whereas it slips by when it's just kind of in your head and
Yeah.
kept internal.
But that's cool. A few people that we know have done the same thing, to where they've asked that question, either revisited Werewolf by Night, most famously Michael Giacchino, to where it's just like, oh, I wonder if anyone gives a shit about this character. And yeah, there was a time when we first started that if you Googled Werewolf by Night, we were like the first thing that came up. So, because there wasn't all that much out there. I think Tim Tucker had the same kind of story.
Yep.
It's a good story.
It is a good story. I love it.
Well, MJ, I really appreciate your support, and I thank you for hopping on too. I was hoping that some of the Star Gods would choose to brave the YouTube waves, and so I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate your support.
Yeah, it was so awesome to see you.
Yes, it's nice to have actually talked to you. My cat's trying to eat the corner of my laptop.
Anytime you want to put a cat on the camera, we're happy.
We love it. We're cat people.
We're cat people. So.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to know this way, but I don't think she's going to do it in time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it. Yeah.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure to actually meet you and talk, and hopefully we can do this again soon.
Yeah.
Are you in for season 5?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Great.
I'm not guaranteeing I'll be on any more live episodes just because of the time.
Well, yeah.
Time difference is a lot, so we get it.
We'll start at 6 a.m. next time.
Yeah.
What you need to do is come to Brighton.
Hey, that we would love that.
Yeah. I would love to get to the home country. I've never been there.
Yeah.
So I understand I'm Welsh, Scottish, and English. So
well, you're pretty well covered then for all of these.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Definitely. All right. Well, again, thank you, and it was great to meet you.
Yes, you too.
All right. Take care.
See you later.
Okay. Well, that was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
For the proof that people that listen to our show are the best people in the world.
I needed no further proof, but it's nice to get it.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I apologize for not keeping up timely wise on those chats. I'm caught up now.
Yep. We're good.
We had a last minute tech reset. And so, and my vision is not that great because I'm almost 50.
Oh,
so,
boy.
yeah, I'll keep on pulling them up as they come up though. So, hi Letty.
Hey,
Good to
Letty.
see you. So, when do you want to start the actual ballot stuff? Because I'm ready whenever, but I don't know if you want to do any kind of dancing around it or like, recap anything. I mean, we just published the last episode of the regular season less than a week ago. So it's not like we have a big, we need to hug it out or like.
Not really. No. I mean, I'm most excited about the ballots. I want to know what your top 3s are. I want to know what everyone else's top 3s are. So yeah, I think we should just jump in.
Okay. There is one thing that I could use though, if we could burn a little time. I could use a pair of 6-sided die. I only have this. We don't have the champagne. We didn't print out the ballot people. And so we're going to have to roll die to determine whose ballots who wins the prizes.
Okay.
And I need Athena to do that.
Okay. I'll holler at Athena.
Okay. Thank you. 2 6-sided die, please, sir.
6-sided dice.
Okay. So yeah, MJ brought out that, which is this. And I was stoked. I have the Marvel, Horror Essentials Volume 1 that had all the stuff. So I read it in black and white originally. But I was mentioning this on our Discord page, but I'm aware that season 5, a lot of the issues have never been reprinted or collected outside of the Marvel Horror Omnibus, which came out, I think, in summer of 2020 or like 2019 and went out of print. And now people are asking for stupid amounts of money for it. And so I don't know how people feel about this type of stuff. But me personally, these comics are older than I am. And if they're not in print and readily available to people, then I don't feel like super weird about like the scan stuff. So I understand if people don't want to go to a scan site. They don't want to support piracy. They don't want to do whatever. I totally do the same thing. I don't read anything modern. I don't read anything that's available at a normal price. So within twice its cover value. But these are it's silly to ask people for $250 to read along some old living mummy stories. So as we do season 5, I'm going to be going into our Patreon page, and I'll post links to Google Drive, a PDF that I make from scans of the issues as they come up. So I don't want people to feel left out. I don't want people to miss out on a season of the show, especially some of the more obscure stuff. I'll be putting those on Patreon as we go each issue and making them set to public. So you don't have to be a Patreon backer to get to them. You can just go to patreon.com/bronzeagemonsters and access those links and find a PDF for the issue that we're going to be talking about. So that seems fair to me. Okay, so that being said, I hope I didn't offend anybody by the whole piracy thing. Believe me, I support artists just as much as the next guy. But when it's, again, a 50-year-old mummy comic and it's only available in a $300 omnibus from a secondhand person, I can't do it. And
No.
I don't think that you guys should have to do it. So
No one should have to do that.
So we'll be doing PDFs through season 5 of the show. And the next season of the show is something that we're planning is something that is readily available and is going to be kind of a zeitgeisty thing, apparently, much like the way Werewolf by Night was. It sounds like, from what I'm hearing, murmurings. So that won't be happening in season 6. But season 5, we're going to support you guys, get you through so you can see It, the Living Colossus, Living Mummy, some of that stuff that's not as collected. Okay. I think I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready.
So what I need to do is pull up my spreadsheet. And I'm also trying to keep up on these chats here. I need a producer. It's not easy being the talent,
No, it's not.
air quotes, and the producer. Okay, here's the ballots. So, do you want to roll let's see, how do you want to do this? The first topic, how about that, is moments.
Okay.
So why don't you roll those die, and I will tell you who the corresponding person is that we're going to go through.
Okay.
I think I can work this out.
All right. So roll 1 or 2?
2.
2. Okay. We're rolling 2. And this is perfect, actually. The rolling is good. All right. We got 4.
4. And that 4 is Glenn from Parrish, Florida. Hi, Glenn. I believe you're on the air.
Glenn is
here.
on the air.
So I don't know, Glenn. Honestly, we were tripping out about that. I sat down to do my ballot like 3 nights ago, and I had a couple hits of weed, and I was like sitting down with the omnibus. I was like, this is going to be so great, and just spend some time with this title again. Labored over the 3 covers that I love most. Wrote up explanations for why and who the artists and inker
Not
were.
even on there.
And then I got done. I was like, well, that's not even on there. So I don't know. I'm sorry about that. But and Jason, I think some of it's on Marvel Unlimited. Like I believe the Brother Voodoo stuff is, and
some of the stuff, I mean, maybe 70% of it is probably on Marvel Unlimited.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah. I think it's just the Living Mummy stuff and like maybe Golem and like whatever. I think there's just a handful that aren't on there. So anyway, we've got Glenn's top 5 moments. So we're going to start. If you haven't been to one of our finales before, we start up from the 3, 2, 1, just to rising suspense. We do the guests that we drew. Also, Glenn, by the way, I think you figured it out. You won a prize from our Threadless shop. So go in there and let me know what you want and DM me on the Discord, and I'll send that to you. Okay, so we start with number 3 from our guests, and then we talk about our 3s and count up to number 1. So top 3 moments from Glenn. His number 3 is... Sorry, this is kind of small. Damon stops mid-exorcism to have a cup of tea. This is Marvel Spotlight number 23.
Love it.
And an honorable mention to all the other times Damon showed us his humanity by taking a break or taking a nap.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my favorite things about Damon as a character, I just think it's a badass move. I think it's a power move that shows that he has more confidence than any superhero of the time. Because, yeah, he can just take a nap. He can just be like, I'm just going to go read for a bit, like mid-fight almost. And so, yeah, we love that.
I love that. And like you said, Glenn, like that, it shows his humanity and whatever his human trappings. But I also love that he would stop and read a book. Like he's not afraid to go to the library.
He's not.
He's not Superman. He's not going to punch his way out of a problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes he goes back to the yellow pages or whatever of hell and figures stuff out. Why don't you give me your number 3 of moments?
Okay, number 3 of the moments for me is from Marvel Spotlight 23. It's Damon obliterates the Dr. Catherine Reynolds copies in front of a horrified Catherine and Byron. Now, these are copies that Father Darklight made, and this is in a story by Steve Gerber. I think it's Friedrich Gerber and Buscema on art. But I loved that moment. I loved that page because it was really like out of all the crazy shit that Damon took his full human compatriots on, they went back in time to fucking Atlantis. They did all this shit. But when Damon just, I think there's 7 copies that Darklight made of Catherine Reynolds. And yeah, he just burns them all in front of Catherine and Byron and their faces. They were so horrified that made my top 3.
That was definitely on my tentative list. And specifically his reaction to it of like, what?
Yeah, he's just like, this happens all the time. You guys are being weird. You're being too sensitive.
Absolutely love it. Me?
You.
Okay, moments. Number 3. Speaking of Darklight, I was absolutely tickled when it was revealed that he essentially was a pile of cockroaches.
He was.
At the end of the issue, he was defeated, and his robe falls to the desert floor, and a bunch of cockroaches swarm away.
Yep, that's all he was the whole time.
There was a lot of surreal stuff like that I just absolutely loved. So that was one of them. Darklight, actually, I didn't think about him much after we met him, but he came up a lot as I was flipping through stuff. Like, he was cool.
Yeah, he was really cool. He shows up on my list a few times.
Awesome. Okay, so we're ready for another Glenn. Glenn's number 2 moment was Damon saves / berates / slaps Dr. Reynolds, then jets off on his trident like a rocket, telling her he'll be back for his check tomorrow.
Yeah.
Marvel Spotlight number 14.
Yep.
It's all just so wrong. I find it funny. I know I'm a terrible person, says Glenn.
No, we laughed too. I mean, it is terrible, and we are all terrible people for laughing at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was Damon. It was super fucked up. I mean, we commented a lot on how fucked up it was when we went through that issue, but also kind of hilarious.
And yeah, I was actually surprised that John Warner's Damon actually was physically violent to a female as well. Like that seemed like something that was in the rearview mirror at that point for that character.
You think so? Yeah. It was a weird turn, but I get why that made your list.
Yeah. And your number 2 moment?
My number 2 moment is from Son of Satan 7 by John Warner and Sonny Trinidad, where Damon drops his trident during his battle with Mindstar. It's the ultimate badass move.
We need an air horn on here because that's what my number 2 is. Trident
nice.
drop.
Trident drop.
Son of Satan number 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Such a cool moment. Just the way that Trinidad drew it. I think there's like just 3 panels that are perfect. And Damon's face, he just has this smug, shit-eating kind of smirk on his face. He's just like, oh, you think it's this that gives me my power? You don't fucking know anything. And that's definitely one of my favorite moments.
That's so good. Okay, so Glenn's number 1 favorite moment was Damon gets fed up and sends all the nihilists to hell. Let Dad sort them out. Marvel Spotlight number 23. Very good one, Glenn. Good call.
Yeah, anything with the Legion of Nihilists. I mean, goddamn, so funny. Like everything about them was so funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I fully agree.
Absolute gold. Okay.
All right, my number 1 moment from the Son of Satan run is from Marvel Spotlight 17. It's when he goes into the Primal Matrix, traveling with Zered-Na to the end of the universe, finding the Guardian Spiros atop the Matrix. This was one of my favorite Steve Gerber, Jim Mooney moments. Just again, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. There's a 3-page sequence of them, a giant, Zered-Na and Damon, and then they fly through the universe to the end of time and find this crazy hooded executioner on top of the Universal Matrix that might be God. So that's my number 1 moment.
We might be spending too much time together. My number 1 moment is the universe is a matrix upon which Spyro stands guard, and he's Adam. Marvel Spotlight 17.
He is Adam too. I forgot that moment. But yeah, no, absolutely my favorite. I'm not shocked that was your favorite as well.
Yeah. I don't feel like I ever recovered from that one.
No. I mean, I've read a lot of Steve Gerber too, and I think that's the most Gerberian thing he has ever done. It's just a shiny, honed jewel of Gerberisms. So I love it. It's one of my favorite comic moments of all time, honestly.
Yeah. That was easily probably my highlight of the season. And that was that Mooney?
Yeah, that's Mooney.
I liked and appreciated Mooney before, but that little run there he had in that like 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, whatever that was. I think he had like Bob McLeod with him. I'm trying to remember the anchors he had. I know he did some himself.
When he did the stuff himself, that was when I really understood the majesty of Mooney. I was very indifferent to Mooney. I thought he was very workmanlike. I thought his Spider-Man was just like, yep, that's what house style looks like. That's what a comic book looks like. And then I saw his work in Son of Satan, and it reminded me like, oh no, Jim Mooney's not a young man. He's been around since the fucking golden age of comics. And looking back on some of the Jungle comics specifically that he did for Marvel or Atlas and Timely, really, yeah, he's a great fucking artist. And I think he was really able to let loose in the 70s, specifically when he was inking his own work. So yeah, I'm a massive Jim Mooney fan now.
Yeah. I echo the same thing. I'm just kind of creeped out that our top two moments were the same.
I don't know why you should be creeped out by that. It is not shocking to me.
Okay. Are you ready to move on to the next topic?
I absolutely am.
Okay.
All right.
So we are going to be talking about people's favorite villains.
Favorite villains. Rolling the die, channeling the Dark Lord himself.
You just rolled the exact same
I just
thing.
rolled the exact same thing. A 2 and a 2. Okay. Probably shouldn't have been snide talking about the Dark Lord. Oh boy, I'm really dropping everything. So no, Satan, we take you very seriously. We are not making fun of you at all. Okay, 7. Roll to 7.
7. Okay. So 7 is, my poor eyes, is our friend Tim Tucker, who
Awesome.
is not here right now, but he still wins a delicious prize. So Tim is our friend that we met in the first season of Werewolf by Night, and he is a writer. He interviewed us for a magazine, a podcast industry magazine, which was really cool. We think we shared that interview with, maybe that was just with pack members and Star Gods, but the interview's out there if you want to find it. Search for, I think, Bronze Age Werewolf by Night. I don't remember what it was at that time, but we had a great interview with Tim, and he's super sweet. And his books are, sorry, I'm bearing the lead here. His werewolf novels that he writes are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So please read them. They're so good, and support him. He's a great writer. And
So it's funny. So 2 writers were really the first people that contacted us when we started Werewolf by Night.
Mark Twain.
Yeah, Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, I think
Sorry.
he meant. And no, it was Brad Michael Elmore and Tim Tucker. And yeah, Tim just emailed us out of that. It was literally probably one of the first emails we got. And he's like, I love the show. Let me be on. And we're like, I don't know about this guy. I don't know if we should let it. We'll see. We'll see. And then we met him, and he's been so great. He is one of our dear friends now. And he's amazing. And he's been on the show. Anyone who's listened since the beginning, Tim's been on many times, and we love having him on.
Yes. And he also started a Simpsons podcast where he and another friend from the UK went through this very American TV show episode by episode and just kind of talked through it. We got to be on there to talk about the B-Sharps, the Beatles pastiche homage episode. And he also hosts a wonderful Beatles podcast called My Favorite Beatles Song, which we've both been on separately. Brad Elmore's been on there to talk about, not Helter Skelter. I forget what Brad.
Rain? No, Happiness is a Warm Gun, right? Wasn't it?
No, I'm totally.
I can't remember. But yeah, if you haven't,
Tomorrow Never Knows.
Tomorrow Never Knows. Yes, yes. Yeah, it's a great podcast.
Yes,
and you know, I love Matt, I love myself, but we are the least qualified people that he has had on. He has people that have actually played, with the Beatles,
like
people who were
session
on tour
musicians
with them,
like played on their solo albums. And stuff.
it's a crazy amount of really impressive guests that he gets. So yeah, I really highly recommend My Favorite Beatles Song.
Yeah,
favorite spelled with a U.
Yeah. He's nothing's perfect in this world. Okay, so Tim's number 3 villain was, as a whole, the Legion of Nihilists.
No, excellent choice.
And I saw some love throughout this. I did look for patterns in the data here, and a lot of people like them. I mean, there's that's also very Gerberian, right? I mean,
oh, absolutely, yeah. Goofy doesn't make sense, but is also awesome at the same time. Like, that's the definition of Gerberian.
Yeah. And I was thinking about it while I was making this ballot and thinking, like, I wonder what Gerber was responding to or whatever in this. Like, was there, this is like around the time like Watergate was ending. This is this kind of like post 60s malaise that he saw like in society. And he was just kind of commenting on that and kind of, I don't know, I just was curious. I wish I could have read an interview with him about that before he passed away.
Yeah,
like
for
10
sure.
years ago or so. But anyway, that's a great choice. What was yours?
My number 3 of my top 3 villains was Madame Swabata. Was Swoboda or Sabata? Swabata. Yeah. I loved that arc. I thought she was a really strange character. At first, I thought she was pretty slight, but she really did a number on Damon, like almost more than any other villain, weirdly enough. And so I think that how powerful she was and how great those 3 issues, like it's an arc. Like it, yeah. So she's my number 3.
Nice. My number 3 villain. So this is kind of a push here, but I went with Cathara.
Oh, okay.
So I believe she was the one that appeared in Spotlight 24.
24 or 25.
Yeah. Possessed someone that Satana had met in her own like Curtis magazine stories. And Damon came to help take care of that situation. And she also appeared, written by Conway, I believe, in Marvel 2-in-1. Was that Conway? No, he wrote the Team Up. I forgot who wrote the 2-in-1 with the Thing, but the character Jedediah Ravenstorm or whatever his name was actually a guise that Cathara wore.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just thought that I like that she was I wanted to represent the members of Satan's court because they were a consistent like villain to him, and that they all were just trying to kill him to impress his dad, and they all failed miserably. But I really particularly like the way she was rendered in the 2-in-1, because when she's drawn out and she's seen for her true demonic self, she seems to be made of screaming souls. Like she collects them and wears them like a kaftan or like a dashiki or something like that. Like she gets her power from people suffering, or I don't know. It made me very interested. But she been a very also a sad end.
No, I'm glad that you're representing Satan's court, because I mean that was one of my favorite things. That was a through line, that whenever any of his court appeared and talked about how important they were and how strong, and Damon was just like, "Who are you again?"
Yeah.
Like, no, it doesn't ring a bell, and which just infuriated them
Yeah.
all the time. And that was I love that. So yeah, nice choice.
Yeah, thank you. So Tim's number 2 is one that I came up a lot also, which is Alitu.
Nice.
The demon from Madhouse / Demon Who's Got the Demon.
That's the Gene Colan run, the 2 issues. So yeah, I totally understand that.
And she came up again. Didn't she pop up again later?
I think she did. I think she did.
I absolutely loved her as well. Tim's not here to represent his choices, but I felt that Gene Colan's, particularly issue 18 of his 2-story thing, the first one, was absolutely cinematic, a complete. It's like MJ was saying at the beginning of the show. Like part of what was frustrating about this series was like all of the potential that was kind of played with and abandoned and walked away from. So I think Brad was the one that was saying, like, when you guys get to 18, you're going to flip your wigs. It's the most cinematic. Like it's a movie,
It is.
comic book format.
Absolutely is.
But the way she was rendered, like with her flesh just blistering and rotting, and I mean, she was horrifying. So I felt that she in issue 2, her power kind of flagged in the sense of because she got overpowered and she was just pogo sticking around everyone in
all
the story.
She did was just jump from body to body and being like, "Look at how great this is," and we were like, "Eh." But, yeah.
I also felt Colan's art wasn't as strong in issue 19 as it was in 18.
No.
18 to me seemed like a top shelf, like he drew his ass off for that one. And
he did.
19 felt a little rushed to me art wise. So good choice there. Your number 2?
My number 2 would be Father Darklight from Marvel Spotlight 23. We made fun of him a lot, and just like Matt said earlier, I didn't think that he would come up again. I thought he was kind of lame at first, but I just kept thinking about him. I loved his goofy, opposite speak. I loved that in the end he's just made out of cockroaches. And also from Marvel Spotlight 23, I have to give an honorable mention to Trog, the future man from 1 million BC.
I almost playfully put him in here just because.
Yeah, I almost did too. And so I'm like, no, I can't. But I'm going to mention him. I'm going to do an honorable mention when I talk about Father Darklight. Because, yeah, hilarious.
I was the same with Fraxix.
Oh, yeah.
Who we saw for 2 panels before the Possessor obliterated him from all the Nether Realms. So my number 2 villain is Mindstar. A guy that I didn't take much of a shine to when he first appeared, to be honest. And that cover, that was, I think, a Wilson cover.
Yeah.
Didn't do it any favors, making him seem like someone that would be fighting Tony Stark. But once we got into that character, particularly when it was revealed that he was empowered by Anubis, and so his whole aspect in the etheric and astral realms was a projection of those types of like almost like fetishistic.
Yeah.
I found him utterly fascinating, and the fact that he is a wheelchair-bound, like angry man who somehow. I mean, I went on and on about this in that episode for issue 7, but like just the fact that I want to know his backstory. Like he was enticing to me, and I think he was set up to be a big bad who was probably going to be around quite a while. And I think Warner was forced to wrap that thing up real fast and just kind of end his saga.
Yeah, but I also got shades in that last issue, and I know so much was compressed in that issue, but I also got like, he's going to be a big bad, but maybe Damon's sidekick in some adventures as well. Like, I don't know. I thought there was endless potential there, and it was sad we didn't see him again.
Yeah, he definitely had that kind of Doom or whatever kind of vibe where it's like you could see him like angrily teaming up with Damon to do something just for the betterment, like for the sake of humanity, but being very angry about it the entire time.
Oh, yeah. And almost angrily being, we're not so different, you and I.
Yeah.
Now we have a common enemy, which they did in 7. They teamed up because they had a common enemy.
Yeah. All right. So Tim's favorite villain was the Possessor. The Possessor is all over this spreadsheet.
Not a shock.
Not a shock at all. I'm not going to put words in Tim's mouth. So I'm just going to let that stand. I think that we talked quite a bit about him. I think the main thing to take away was just like, wow, the second issue of this guy's book, the entire thing is dedicated to a very detailed flashback
Super detailed.
Of a Carney kid, Carney's son. Ballsy move, man.
Yeah, it is. Very red ballsy move.
Yeah.
Even.
Red balls. Who was your favorite villain of this run?
Guess what? It was the Possessor. Yep. Extended origin, costume, the red balls. I'm a super fan of all of it. I just thought I loved how much care went into his story. And the Carney who witnessed his father, kill his mother brutally with a rock. Just his entire character arc was so interesting, and John Warner spent so much fucking time on it that this was going to be a huge character in the Son of Satan storylines. So that was no question for me. Possessor's number 1.
He's also my number 1.
I knew it.
Yeah, beyond the freak show aspect, no pun intended, of like his face or his physical aspect, or his from the collar up, he's a freak show. From the collar down, he's wrestling heavy. Heel, I guess is what the term is. But his backstory was so thought out and nuanced and cared for, and he was another character that I would see being a major antagonist of Damon Hellstrom throughout his life and journey, were he to have stayed at District U and had another 5 years of stories.
I love it. I love when we're all together on something.
Yeah. All right. So our next topic is going to be
top 3 issues.
Top 3 issues.
All right, here we go. 12,
and that is David Goodwin from San Diego.
Excellent.
All right. So, these ones are kind of harder to do, especially some people wrote in and said why. Some people just wrote in and just said their favorite issues, which is totally fine because there was no clarification. So I'm here, so I'm going to talk about why I chose mine, but David's not, so he can't. His number 3 was Marvel Spotlight number 18, which is Madhouse, which was that first Gene Colan story.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to put words in David's mouth. I don't know why he chose that one, but I know why I would have chosen it.
Oh, it's amazing. The art alone is just, but there were so many things about that issue I loved, so not a shock.
And yours?
My number 3, top 3 issues was Son of Satan 3, the finale of Homecoming.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I had a tie. I know I shouldn't do this, but my number 3 was a tie between Son of Satan 4 and 5. I couldn't decide what I liked more about the Mind's Assassin / the start of the Mindstar story, because
Prelude.
we meet it really is one story. So I felt like I couldn't choose between like Damon arriving and meeting the faculty and that kid dying and then like finding out the revelation of the Mindstar. I copped out and just said I couldn't choose between 4 or 5.
That's funny, because if I had done that, that's something you would have chastised me
Totally.
for.
Are you kidding me?
So it's a little strange, but I'll allow it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I knew I could pull it off live.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't.
There you go. And you did.
You wouldn't be a dick about it.
Nope.
All right. The second one from David is Marvel Spotlight number 24. I believe that is the one where Damon faces off against his sister.
That's right.
And Cathara.
Yeah. Obviously, we love that one.
Yeah, that was a great one. Don't remember who the artist was for that one, but I think that was that a Filipino artist? No,
not yet.
Not there yet. Yeah, I like that story, and I like seeing Satana jump over from the black and white books and them try and grapple with that. And plus, it wasn't that creepy pseudo version of her where she made out with him, which I think wasn't actually her; it was a vision. Or
that was rough.
Yeah. What was your second favorite?
My second favorite was Marvel Spotlight 15, Black Sabbath.
Oh, that's such a good one.
It's a great issue. I went back, as I was choosing issues, I was kind of like skimming issues, and I went to Black Sabbath. I'm like, I'm just reading this whole fucking thing. And I was like, well, that's obviously on my list. He fights cult members and demons. He fights demons on top of the St. Louis Arch. Yeah. So I was just, I fucking love that issue. So yeah, that was my second one.
Great art in there.
Yeah,
I lingered on that one while going through the trade and picking stuff. Definitely hung around that one a bit and enjoyed that. Especially that one. Is that the one with the full page spread of him on top of the arch as
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
My number 2 was like many people's Marvel Spotlight number 18, Madhouse, featuring Alatu and Gene Colan.
Yep.
I said it before, the cinematic storytelling from Cohen, the moody shadows, all the stuff, very cinematic. And I go back to it frequently. I hung out on those pages while doing this ballot and just looked through them several times without even reading the words, just looked at the there's so much beyond, his moody art and whatever. Like there's also just some fun stuff like me just identifying with Damon, like him not wanting to go to a faculty party, like
that's right.
Hang out with a bunch of professors and the dean. Like, yeah, that fucking sucks, man. I hate people too. Like, I don't want to go to a goddamn party.
No, none of us do.
People's work.
We were all Damon in that issue.
Yep. All right. So the number 1 is Marvel Spotlight number 17, which is the I think we're just calling it the Matrix issue.
Yes.
The Zeratna, Spiros, whatever.
Yep, that's gonna show up a lot. I think that did show up a lot. I mean, everyone loved that. So yeah, not a shocker there.
Yeah. What was yours?
Well, I went a little different. I was going to do Marvel Spotlight 17, but I instead did Marvel Spotlight 16, 4,000 Holes in Forest Park. It's the beginning of the Zeratna, ancient Atlantis, Matrix, Atom God. And I liked it because, it introduces the Legion of Nihilists.
That's what I was going
to say. We get Comates, the Sky Dragon. We get, and it's the beginning of the Zeratna storyline. And it's also the issue that I actually physically owned and mercilessly chopped up to make buttons. So I have a little bit of a soft spot for that issue. So that was why it was my number 1.
That I have very fond memories of that one because I feel like for me, when Gerber took over, we were both excited about it because we love Gerber. And we got that weird Crystar ice demon guy, and I was just we were warned by Brad too. Like it takes a couple issues for him to kind of get going, but still, that was the first one where it's like there's a Beatles reference in the name. You meet the Legion of Nihilists.
It was so awesome.
It was just it felt like okay, here we go. Like that. So I love that one as well, but it was not my favorite. I have to echo our friend here and say that Marvel Spotlight 17, In the Shadow of the Serpent, the culmination of the Atlantis trip, that just blew my, like, that is everything. Like that's just putting your hand up my rear and working like a puppet, like traveling back to Atlantis, having Adam, the first man, be a disfigured villain guarding
Hooded.
the Kirby crackle that is our entire universe.
It's amazing.
I can't get my head around it, and so I can't stop thinking about it.
No, I had that one as my top issue, and I think I changed it to 16 to just be like, no, I'm going to choose the prelude because 17 shows up so often in my top threes. I was like, nope, got to mix it up. But honestly, I mean, it is probably my favorite issue.
Are you ready for storylines?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Dark Lord. Oh, hell.
See, you say that, and
I
then
know.
you drop it.
I know, I did. Okay, I'm going to roll it again. 4. Okay, no, we already did 4.
Yep.
9.
Okay, 9 is... Suspense is killing everyone. Steve Lacey from Seattle, Washington.
All right, nice.
Steve, you're going to need to reach out to us at bronzeagemonsters@gmail.com after you go to our Threadless shop. That's threadless.com/bronzeagemonsters, and pick out what you'd like and let me know, and I'll send that to you.
Yes.
And send me your address, please. All right, so Steve's favorite storylines. Okay, so his number 3 is issues 18 and 19 of Marvel Spotlight, Madhouse, Demon, Who's Got the Demon?
Okay.
Gerber and Colin doing some nice gothic horror stuff. Superhero duds aside, sort of in the same flavor as very early Doctor Strange sans horror host MC gig.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a great storyline as well. And one that I can't say enough good stuff about.
All right. So my number 3 on my top 3 storylines is the Madame Swabata epic. And I don't know. I liked it. I liked how weirdly superpowered she was. I like how distraught and discombobulated Damon was during that whole storyline. Even all of it basically just took place in his head, if I'm not wrong about that. But she seemed to fuck with him in a way that no one else did. And I think I respected her, and I got to give her props for that. So that's why she's my number 3.
That's a good one. I love that she was just essentially an angry, like disgruntled fortune teller.
She's a disgruntled fortune teller
and
who was also dead.
Yeah, who was dead. So it's essentially a ghost story. My number 3 was the one we wrapped with, which was Mindstar. I again felt that this one started off a little corn dog based on the cover, and the more you discovered about the character, the more intriguing it got. And I just left me wanting more, just totally whet my appetite and left me hanging. So it probably rises in my estimation of it just because of the fact that Warner had to cut bait and run and wrap everything up. So just the tantalizing idea of what could have been probably raises it up in my evaluation of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So are we on to number 2 for him?
We're on for number 2.
Okay. His number 2 storyline favorite is Marvel Spotlight 24, Walk the Darkling Road. That's a 1-issue storyline. Satana with saves from McCloud, he says. I'm assuming that's on the inks there. So I thought that was a cool one and done.
It was a cool one and done.
There weren't a lot of those in this season. So I appreciate that as well. It's one that I wasn't super blown away with when we first read through it. I liked it, but on going back to it again with like the stakes being completely low, knowing it being a known quantity, I held it in higher esteem.
No, me too. That's a great pick. So for me, my second top 3 storyline is Homecoming. I had to go. The whole Possessor saga was something that I really loved. Yeah, we've already talked so much about it. Yeah. It's like that one and the Zared Na storyline. Yeah, I think those are going to be the clear favorites as we're going through our top 3s.
Yeah, I chose just as mean, it's not a saga per se or whatever, but as a recurring story theme, the Legion of Nihilists just showing up throughout Gerber's run. I guess I was flipping through the Swoboda stuff, and like when they stab like the doorman or like the elevator operator or somebody in like his building to death, where it's like, damn, these guys are fucking serious. Yeah, and they kept escalating.
They did keep escalating, and then they got their own like spooky house playset at some point.
Yep.
So
and a disgraced banker's abandoned manse.
Disgraced banker's abandoned house. Where did that detail come from? That came from nowhere, but it just is another shade cast on the Legion of Nihilists that makes them great.
Yep.
So I agree, fully agree.
They pleased me to no end. So Steve's favorite was Son of Satan 5 and 6, the Mind Star storyline.
Oh yeah.
Perfect 70s head mystic Wiccan magic.
Sure.
That's something I neglected to mention when I was casting all my love towards that. Just like, not only is it the Mind Star stuff and the etheric and astral stuff, but like just the fact that they brought a Wiccan in, and again, we could not stop gushing about how great this supporting cast was and how this was just loading this whole thing for so much storytelling.
Oh yeah.
And then we just walked away from it. Way to go, Marvel.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm to my number one.
Yep.
All right, well, no shock. Zeradna, Ancient Atlantis, fucking matrix of realities and universe. I mean, it was hard to not choose that as my favorite storyline.
I also chose Atlantis.
I'm not shocked.
That's my favorite storyline.
I'm not shocked at all.
Again, I loved it as it happened, and I feel like just the more I go back to it and look at it, particularly the art and just the ideas were so. It was an embarrassment of riches of content.
Everything about it was amazing. So I mean, we'll just go on and on and on about it because it is by far my highlight of the entire run.
Yes, and I need to go back and reread Adventures into Fear, whatever. I mean, Zeradna appeared almost a year before Adventures into Fear, like approached Jennifer Kale, and there was some time, the nexus of all realities. I'm sure that was why she appeared. But I need to read that because I love Zeradna, and she did not live very long.
No,
sadly.
No. Okay. We are on to top 3 character designs. 8
is Jason Feinstone.
Oh, Jason. All right. Jason's here.
Jason. All right. We're going to hear about your favorite. Where are we at? Designs?
We're at top 3 character designs.
Okay. His third favorite was Zeradna.
Hey, I get it.
Speak of the devil woman, whatever. And she appears. I had a hard time trying to pull away like my 12-year-old self and making these decisions. I know exactly what full page spread you're thinking of because it's every 12-year-old boy's dream come true. So I get it. Yep. What about you? Where are you at?
My number 3 was from Marvel Spotlight 18, Alatu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I loved the character design. I loved how Tales from the Crypt, awesome. Gene Colan made her look. So, loved it.
Yes. Flipping through that again, there was just some cool moments. Like there's one where I forgot what it was, but there's like shadow over half her face. So like you just see like her eyes coming out through shadow and then like the bottom half of her face, like not just haunting stuff.
It was awesome. It was, as far as character designs go, I loved it. As far as the demons and Satan's court, like that one was right up there, number 1 for me, and of his court.
Yeah. My number 3 was Nightfire.
Ooh.
I never got over how fucking cool that guy was.
I never did either.
And I can't believe that he carried the Possessor off over his shoulder in a fireman's carry, and we never saw either of them ever again.
Nope, they were going to have so many adventures.
He was going to rehab. What was his name? Raphael Zoran.
Yeah, Raphael Zoran. He was going to give him a second chance. He had. No, that was awesome, and his character arc and specifically his design. Both of you and I talked about how we want that action figure. Yeah,
I'm not even going to belabor the whole like why Nightfire was a cool fucking character. Just the way he looked, just his design. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was that type of thing where you're taking Warner was taking like negatives or racist tropes and turning them into strengths.
Yeah.
So the red skin became this like rock hard stone red skin.
Yep.
And his glowing eyes, which show that his magical power and his inherent like shamanic abilities from within. I just thought he was fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
He looked fucking cool. Every panel he was in just hummed with coolness for me.
Yep, absolutely.
So right on. Okay, the second one from Jason was Baphomet.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know which Baphomet this is because there was two. There was Baphomet that we met, I think, during the Tarot Card Saga, and then he meets him later in the Wonder Run. He's like, no, I'm not. This is me, or was it? Remember when he's like, no, that was your dad.
Yeah.
I'm actually me. Like he uses my form all the time. It's like cashing bad checks. Like no, your dad goes around town and look dressed up like me all the time.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna guess, Jason, that the first Baphomet design is what you were talking about.
I would guess so, right?
Yeah.
From the tarot card stuff. He was amazing.
Yeah, totally amazing.
Yeah.
So my second was Mindstar. As much as and we made fun of his character design at first.
Yep.
Again, it was an Armor Wars kind of thing, but the more that Trinidad kind of fleshed out his design, I think by the last appearance of Mindstar, which is in Son of Satan 7, I loved it. I thought it was a cool fucking design. So that's my number 2.
That's a good one. Again, I felt like we talked about this a bit in the episode, but I feel like the Wilson cover was trying to pull people in to buy it and selling a bill of goods that wasn't in there, because you open that cover up and that splash page of Trinidad, which has that big, huge, like disembodied head of Mindstar with Damon standing there. Completely different vibe.
Yeah.
Totally different read. And I was instantly sucked into like, this guy is different. Like,
yeah, it's awesome.
The sky and the other thing, that's whatever, Centurion, that's stupid. But I loved his design as well. Where are we at now?
Your number 2.
My number 2 is Alatu.
Nice.
Colin went nuts. He clearly, he said, all of the kind of pre-code horror, rotting flesh or blisters and warts and drool and there was at one point in there, I think I made it corrected. Like I drew like, this is clearly what they wanted. And the code said, or, editorial said, you can't do this, but she was like pulling what was the name of it? Melissa Manners was the
blood was
vehicle
coming down her face.
But she was pulling her scalp off, just showing like, I don't give a shit about this husk, and you do. So you're not going to let me, whatever. And there's just blood running down while she's pulling her scalp from her skull.
And then the blood was colored flesh, I think, correct? And that was obviously a code correction.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, I thought she was the most haunting design as far as a character that we saw.
Yeah, I get it.
And so the final one here is Son of Satan, Obs.
Okay.
And, there's a lot to be said for that.
There is a lot to be said for that.
He's one of those people that, people like to take shots at because, well, let's face it, he's walking around shirtless and he's got gold boots on and whatever, but
high collar.
Takes a lot of balls.
It does take a lot of balls. I love the design. I think it's iconic and I love it.
Yeah. Me too. So your favorite?
My favorite character design of the entire run was Nightfire.
Nice.
I loved it so much that I didn't even have to think about it. As far as like you said, favorite character design, first thing that popped into my head was Nightfire. For some reason, I mean, aside from all that you were saying about the kind of, taking these tropes, turning them on into strengths. I mean, philosophically, it's an amazing design, but also I feel like Nightfire rekindled some kind of childhood fire in both of us. So we're just like, oh man, like you look at his character design and what he becomes, and you become 8 years old again, and you're just like, yeah, this is so cool. So yeah, that was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, if somebody out there makes custom figures, got 2 standing orders here for Nightfire figures, because I would display the shit out of that. Okay, where are we at now? Mine.
Yep.
So my favorite character, again, this is probably hormonal tween, Zeradna.
Oh, nice.
Platinum hair, the metal bra, looming like the size of a blue whale in the cosmos while Damon floats up to her in the astral plane. I was instantly in love. And then you see her at the next panel, just a disembodied head with like spirals behind it and concentric circles. Like they're flying, just heads flying through space and time to go meet Adam, who's a disfigured, hooded creature who guards the Universal Matrix.
Yep.
So I absolutely loved her. I couldn't get over how cool she looked.
Yeah, agreed. All right, we are to our final category, which is favorite blacklight poster. All right. 6
is Jason W.
Hey, Jason's here.
Jason, what's up? You just won yourself something from the shop. Okay, so his favorite blacklight poster, and a lot of people went all 3. I only asked for your favorite because we want to keep this one. I feel like this was like a head melting one. Like
it was a head melting one for me.
So yeah.
No, you're right, Jason. I have a feeling that we're all going to choose the same one on this.
Huh. Well, let's see.
We'll see. Okay.
Jason W's was page 12 of Son of Satan number 7, the top panel, which was when Brett Carson says, "Guys, look over there."
Yep.
And they all turn and see Anubis's onyx palace.
Yep.
With sphinxes and jackal statues and blah, blah.
Yep.
Great fucking choice.
Yeah, great choice. And that's my honorable mention choice that I had to. That was I was going between 2 for so long, and obviously you probably know the one I chose, but that Egyptian, because it's already a blacklight poster. Like, I mean, the colors and everything, just fucking amazing. No, my favorite one is gonna be Hooded Adam atop the Matrix. That is the blacklight poster that I want more than anything. It's probably my favorite page of the whole run. We've talked about it so much already, which I'm not shocked. But yeah, that was my number 1 pick.
That was my second choice.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my hormones won out. And
Oh,
I went with Zeradna.
Zeradna with
just the cosmos,
with the metal cone bra
and
that
the
is
giant, mammary glands.
Oh,
yes.
I love it. Wow, you were in a mood when you made these choices.
I don't know. I think I'd make them anytime. Yeah, I just honestly the artistry on that page as well, like the angles and like just the execution of the panel. Is amazing, but yeah, it is stoner heaven to me. Just the little Damon just kind of floating, like because I love that she approached him before, and she's like, they're on the boat. Remember, they're running away from Atlantis, and she's like, we don't have time for me to like bring you here physically. Can you shed your physical form and join me in the astral plane? Like, I already love her. Like, I love women who practice magic in comic books. It's just like a weakness of mine.
And isn't that like when she said that, and Damon like, oh yeah, I think I can do that.
Yeah.
She's just like, just do it. Yeah. God, you should already know how to do this. I loved her. I loved her energy and her vibe coming in right away. Just kind of being like, Jesus, kid, will you get on the same page?
Yeah. I feel like in the brief time we got to spend with her, I feel like she was essentially like the Doctor Strange of Atlantis.
She was
the Sorcerer Supreme who held shit down and kept things from crumbling as long as she possibly could.
Yeah.
That catastrophe. And so I also got just crushed on her because of that. And then, the platinum hair, the kind of Gwen Stacy thing going on, the metal bra.
Yep.
It's a done deal.
I get it.
So, yeah. That was awesome. We did get some notes, but I didn't ask for permission to read anything. I don't know if we should or not, but
if anyone who's here in the feed,
let's see here. I don't know. Was Steve actually here? I don't think Steve's here.
I don't think Steve's here.
See, Glenn gets it.
Yeah, I figured Glenn would get it.
Yeah, I won't read any emails we got during this time. But so folks, if you won a prize, thank you so much for filling out a ballot. That was much appreciated. This is my favorite way to end a season. I absolutely love doing this with you.
It's so much fun.
Everybody out there in YouTube land. I love hearing everything. And Brink
Oh.
says, did anyone mention that the matrix is a carbon atom?
Yeah.
No. 6 electrons orbiting the nucleus. Atom is riding one, makes it carbon. Wow.
Wow.
And it's the most basic element in all life.
Brink with the scripture.
Woo!
I
Damn.
love it.
That's so great.
That's so cool.
What else can we say? I mean, I feel like we just did the hell out of this.
Yeah, I feel like we really covered a lot of stuff. And no, I mean, and talking about our favorite moments always just gives me the biggest smile, and I get so excited just reliving all the stuff that we loved. And I love hearing what our friends liked as well. And I love seeing the patterns, what everyone's highlights were. And yeah, so this is, I agree. Fully agree. This is the best way to end a season.
Totally. Wow. Okay. So that was great. And I think now we should probably just, should we sweep up the pentagram?
Sweep up that spotlight pentagram. Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for listening along this season with us and being around. Lots of you folks are on the Discord with us. We love talking to you there as well. We're taking a month off. We'll be back in the middle of September, starting off with the season 5 Bronze Age buffet. And I believe the first story is Supernatural Thrillers number 5, which is The Living Mummy, and his first appearance. And that is, like I mentioned earlier, going to be one that's going to be on our Patreon page for anyone to access. You don't have to be a member. It'll be on my Google. It'll just a link to my Google Drive to download a safe PDF to read it, because I think the Living Mummy stuff is not collected outside that omnibus. So, we'll do that, and we'll take a break.
And we're going to talk about the watch along that we are going to do.
Oh yeah, mention please.
We have a bonus watch along.
Those last Devil's Word.
Yeah, why don't you have one of these? You voted for it. So we are going to do one watch along on our month off, and it's a movie that we hoped, or Matt hoped, that we would pick over and over and over again. What's the name of that movie?
Race with the Devil.
Race with the Devil. That's Peter Fonda.
Warren Oates.
Warren Oates. Yeah, tons and tons and tons of different, really good people. Like, there's a lot of people in that.
Yeah, it's I love 70s road movies. So it sounds like basically it's a road movie. Two couples on a trip through the desert or something like that, and then they get targeted by a satanic cult who decides to hunt them down and kill them. It's all over my DNA, man. That's just my thing.
Yeah, so we're going to post about that on our social media, and we're also going to post about it on the Discord. I think everyone that's on here right now is already on our Discord and has watched along with us. So, yeah, definitely click an invite so you can get a reminder to that, and we'll have the date soon, and we'll be posting it.
Also, we mentioned this on the bonus show, but that just came out today, so probably people haven't had a chance to watch that who are Patreon supporters. But we did mention that we were lamenting the fact that we didn't get any Triple Jeopardy. We didn't get any Christian scare films from the 80s, which we were really hoping to get. So we're going to start off Race with the Devil with a short 80s news piece from like 60 Minutes or something.
Yes.
Talking about the satanic panic that at the time they thought was a real problem.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really fun. It's going to be our nice little celebration to end the season. So I hope you can join us.
Yes. All right. Well, until we meet next time, not next week, for the last time, by the 7 circles and the Hadean chimes, stay bronze, pony boy. Stay bronze.
That's the Lord's Prayer backwards.